All right, I'm just going to say it. Finding a job in your 20s feels like a full time job, but without any benefits, or the paycheck, or the emotional stability. I've had 6 different jobs since graduating college, and I've been fired, ghosted, rejected, ignored, once told my resume didn't have enough color, whatever that means. So today, I'm going to walk through my entire job journey, the good, the bad, the really stupid, and everything I've learned along the way. So I graduated from the University of Oregon in 2020, which, if you remember, was also the year the entire world decided to shut down. I had this dream that I'd graduate, get a solid job, move into a cool apartment, start my adult life. Instead, I moved back in with my parents and sat at my childhood desk and tried to apply for jobs that literally did not exist anymore. I spent 6 months living at home, trying to launch my career during a global pandemic. Good times, right? Eventually, I took a front desk job at a property management company. Was it my dream job? Absolutely not. Was it a job at that point? Honestly, yeah, it was good enough. After that, I finally caught a break, or what I thought was a break. I got accepted into a sales development program for a construction rental company. It was a big company, solid training, great experience. I worked my butt off, went through the entire program very successfully, and at the end, they were like, yeah, so we actually don't have any positions open for you. So I was like, cool, love that for me. So suddenly, I'm back to square one, but this time with a little more experience and a lot more disappointment. Next, I landed a job in operations at a local moving company. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. Chaotic at times? Yeah, sure. Heavy lifting? Obviously. But I got some solid experience with 2 years. But deep down, I wanted something that lined up with something I was actually interested in, and that was health and wellness. And that's where things, well, went sideways. All right, so I finally got a management job in the health and wellness world. I was excited. It felt like it was in the right direction at the right time. And then I met the owner. Let's just say, you know, in movies when there's a boss character who's just unbelievably toxic, that was real. Except I wasn't getting paid movie character money to deal with it. And then, plot twist, I got fired. The reason? Socializing with coworkers. Outside of work, on my own time. I wish I could make that up. I genuinely do, but honestly, getting fired was the biggest blessing because it forced me to realize what good leadership was by showing me what terrible leadership was. So now, back on the unemployed train, no job, rent due, student loans due, and savings, yeah, they were disappearing faster than my confidence. I picked up a part time restaurant job, but hours were all over the place, pay was inconsistent, work conditions were, let's just say, you don't learn this in business school. So for 5 months, I applied for jobs day and night, hundreds of applications, maybe 3 interviews, and a lot of ghosting. This stage was brutal, like generally the lowest point. Every morning I'd wake up and think, hey, today's gonna be the day. And every night I'd go to bed saying, you know what, maybe it's gonna be tomorrow. But I didn't give up. Eventually, I finally got a corporate job in customer service, and look, in a lot of ways, it was good. Benefits were great. The culture was fine. It was stable. But the day to day, it was like I had a sensor on my chair that tracked when I stood up. My bathroom breaks were timed, and I sat for so long every single day, I basically became a houseplant. I joined thinking I'd move up quickly. I applied internally, multiple positions, and the excuses I was given for not getting them were unbelievable. One even told me I literally, my resume did not have enough color. So, okay, let me just add some crayons and reapply real quick. Haha. Other managers told me I had the qualifications, but it was just bad timing over and over. I looked around and realized if I stayed, I was going to be stuck in this same spot for years. And that scared me more than being unemployed. So I jumped back into the job search. Again, at this time, same story. Hundreds of applications, barely any responses, meeting all the qualifications, having a degree. None of it mattered. It felt like the entire hiring system was broken. Like it didn't matter how hard I worked, how much experience I had, or how willingly I was to show up. Nobody was giving anyone a chance. It was frustrating because I wasn't being picky. I was just trying to get a job that made sense, and nothing was landing. And then, out of nowhere, I get a job at an egg farm. I know, not exactly what you picture when you go to a business school and get a business degree from the University of Oregon. But hey, here's the thing. This job has been exactly what I needed. A boss who's actually a normal human being. Flexible, hybrid schedule, consistent pay, and most importantly, peace. Do I love the job? I mean, it's eggs, come on. But do I tolerate it? Absolutely. And after the last 5 years I've had, I will take tolerable with good benefits any day. These last few years have taught me a lot. That a career doesn't move in a straight line, that you can do everything right and still get rejected, that a lot of companies have hiring systems that don't make sense, that a bad boss can teach you what kind of leader you don't want to be, and that sometimes the job that gets you back on your feet isn't glamorous, but it's the one you need. And even though I wouldn't want to repeat any of this, I also wouldn't be where I am today without it. So if you're watching this because you're struggling to find a job, I just want to tell you this. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're not alone. The job market is hard. It's draining. It's discouraging. Some days it feels personal, but it's not. If you keep showing up, keep applying, keep improving yourself, something will hit. It did for me, and it will for you. This channel is called Mostly Put Together for a reason, because none of us have it all figured out, because we're trying to figure it out together. So thank you for listening to my story. If you've been through something similar, drop a comment. I'd love to hear it. And if you want more honest conversations like this, hit subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Thanks.